The Arsenal fans asked for more goals last season, and at the start of this season, oh boy have the team responded. Smashing 4 past Leicester in their first game at the Emirates Stadium this season, the vibes were simply immaculate, and there was quite a bit to digest too. From the magic of Gabriel Jesus, the resilience of the team, and that William Saliba moment in the second half. As per, let's break it down and discuss the 5 things that we learnt from Arsenal 4, Leicester 2. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Babs14. Welcome back to your boys channel. I was lucky enough to go to the game today thanks to the guys at Pix3, and these guys are doing amazing things in terms of making a platform where you can express your opinions about football or anything else and filtering out any hate or any abuse. It's an amazing initiative that I'm proud to be a part of, and it is something that I would love for you guys to check out too. All the details are down below in the description. As per, don't forget to smash a like if you enjoy and subscribe if you are new, and stay tuned until the end of the video where I will announce the winner of the brand new Arsenal Pink Beauty of the third kit. But for now, let's get into the 5 things, and starting off with number 1, Gabriel Jesus is that guy. If there was a way to script the perfect way to announce yourself to the Emirates Stadium and your first start there in the Premier League, an Alexis Sanchez-esque chip into the top right corner of the goal is near perfection. Let the stats do the talking, with 54 touches, 22 passes completed, 7 shots, 4 on target, 2 goals, 2 assists, 3 key passes, 3 successful dribbles, 4 aerial duels won, and 1 foul won too. And I think it's pretty obvious he was the Arsenal man of the match. He was the star of the show, and he becomes the first player in the Premier League to score 2 goals and provide 2 assists since Matheus Pereira in April 2021. And in terms of Arsenal players to provide 4 goals in the same game, he becomes the first player since Alexis Sanchez did against West Ham in 2016. And what we got was 2 very different goals that showcase his brilliance in different ways. The first goal showcases his ability to find that moment of magic. Top bins, chip, it is such a hard skill to do, and it's a goal which Arsenal fans didn't see last season. Last year, when the youngsters were performing, we needed that moment of magic, and we didn't have any players in the squad that were able or capable of doing that. Spurs have the likes of Kane and Son, City De Bruyne. Liverpool have the likes of Trent and Salah. But in terms of the Arsenal, have we found that guy in Gabriel Jesus? Personally, I do think so. But just as important as the first goal was the second goal, and it showcased a different aspect of Jesus. The fox in the box, the predator, the instincts of a top striker, anticipating that ball to go to the far post. It's something that you see from the best of the best strikers. It's something that seems to come very natural to him, and in this moment again, where last season Arsenal had Lacazette on the edge of the box, put the word up, this year the Arsenal have a true predator who is able to sniff the goals. The fact that he was able to score 2 goals and get 2 assists, that's 4 goal contributions. Yet according to Arteta after the game, he was still left disappointed, and that's because he missed some key chances where he could have scored a hat-trick. But that's the type of player that Jesus is. He isn't the most clinical strikers in terms of 1 chance, 1 goal. He will miss chances this season, but that is something that is very similar with the best strikers in the world. The likes of Erling Haaland, Robert Lewandowski. If you look at the big chances missed per season, it's normally pretty high. But despite of those missed chances, what you're getting with Jesus is a player that will make his own chances. Whether that's a moment of brilliance at the first goal or the superb movement in the second. Jesus is one of those players where even if he misses a chance, it doesn't affect his confidence. He's still able to be a menace, and even if he isn't on the score sheet, his ability to link up play, to provide the assist, will help Arsenal in general score more goals and be far more threatening. My question to you guys is, come the end of the season, how many goals do you think Gabriel Jesus is going to have? Moving on to number 2, and that is the comeback kids. There are so many positives in this game in terms of the performance. There was a lot of dominance in that first half, sustaining pressure, making chances. The attacking was very incisive. The rotations in the final third, whether it was Odegaard or Saka or Xhaka and Martinelli. There were plenty of moments of pure quality from Arsenal, but it's not something that's ultimately too surprising. What really impressed me the most was in that second half, when Leicester grew into the game. They scored 2 goals in very key moments, and things got just a little bit shaky in the stadium very swiftly. the Arsenal attack was able to respond emphatically. Yes, it was a mistake for the third goal by the goalkeeper, but once again the anticipation of Gabriel Jesus to be there in the first place, right player, right time and right pass to find Granit Xhaka, who in that final third was causing absolute mayhem, getting a goal and getting an assist. Arsenal was showing resilience, responding straight away, and that was the same case after Maddison made it 3-2. It's almost as if every time Leicester scored a goal, the Arsenal team woke up again. They got themselves out of second gear, and every time they got in that Leicester final third, they always looked like scoring. And that's where you get the fourth goal from Arsenal's Brazilian star boy, not Jesus, but Gabriel Martinelli. On top of the goal scored, he had 4 chances created, the most on the pitch, 1 big chance created, 3 completed dribbles, the most on the pitch again, a 92% passing accuracy, 1 interception, 3 recoveries, and 4 ground duels won. Of course, you can't forget Bukayo Saka, but in terms of both Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus, they seem to be forming quite a synergy and a natural chemistry. The 1-2s on the edge of the box, the movement in behind, and the natural fluidity is going to cause teams mayhem this season because of the pace they have, the quality they have, the strength they have, and the understanding of where to be at the right time. The clean ball striking on your weak foot, that is a tremendously hard skill, the one that Martinelli was able to make look light work. There is a sense of belief in the Arsenal attack that no matter how tough things get, they are able to cause issues, cause mayhem, and that is something that as an Arsenal fan is very exciting coming from last season. Moving on to the third thing, and not even out of second gear. It was a very dominant performance and emphatic in many aspects, and the XG confirms that, with Arsenal getting a 3.1 to Leicester's 0.57. When this Arsenal team finds their rhythm and they're playing good, oh boy can they be sensational. And the stats in the first half show that level of dominance, having more ball possession, making more total shots, having more corners and making a lot more big chances. And that is the type of performance that this season at the Emirates Stadium I expect far more often. The whole point of playing positional play football is to have spacing in that final third, and with the right amount of interchangeability, it can be absolutely unstoppable. And when this Arsenal team then uses that structure put forward by Mikel Arteta, then this Arsenal team is capable of playing some football that is extremely pleasing to the eyes. But in that second half though, Leicester came back into the game. Not only were they able to score 2 goals, but more importantly, they had a lot more of the ball. 56% to be exact. But despite of the extra possession, the Arsenal attack was still able to keep on top. It's all about the impact of when you have that ball. And in the second half, Arsenal, I guess, pick and chose their moments. And look, scoring 4 goals, getting 3 points, it was emphatic in many aspects, and I can't have much to criticise. But if there's one thing that I think this Arsenal team can improve upon, I believe the word here is control. I think we need to see more composure from the Arsenal midfield, in particular our number 5 in Thomas Partey. He did have good moments in this game, but there were also moments where for me he was far too wasteful, and to end the game with a 69% passing accuracy, if he wants to be in the echelons of the Rodris or the Fabinhos of the Premier League, he has to become far better in terms of keeping the ball in key moments. Yes, his passes can be pretty incisive, but I think sometimes Partey is too aggressive with the ball, instead of sometimes just keeping it simple and keeping the game ticking. Too often do I see him try the more extravagant pass, which when it comes off, yes, it's amazing, but when you start to lose the ball time and time again, 15 to be precise, it's not the level of ball security that Arsenal require to become a top ball dominant team, which I think Arsenal need to become if they want to compete with the likes of Man City and Liverpool. And in Alexander Zinchenko, Arsenal have a player that already has that level of ball security, a 96% passing accuracy, and what he was doing so well is picking and choosing the right time to pass forward, the right time to play a risky pass, but also the right time to keep it safe and keep the ball. And what he's doing basically is setting the example for the rest of the Arsenal midfielders. And I expect that as his team matures over the course of this season, to keep the ball a lot better and to go from a team that dominates for 45 minutes to a team that is able to dominate for the full 90. Moving on to the fourth thing that we learnt, and that is game-killing subs. I'm going to give you guys 2 names here, in Kieran Tierney and Takehiro Tomiyasu. 2 players last season, when fit and available, were guaranteed bona fide starters. But the weird thing that is in this game, they were fit, they were available, but they were sitting on the Arsenal bench. And when the going got tough in the second half for the likes of Ben White and Zinchenko, we were able to call upon quality first team players off the bench. That, my friends, is what you call squad depth. It shows the evolution of this Arsenal squad, where Mikel Arteta has variety and almost 2 top players that he can call upon given any moment of the game. And as Gabriel Jesus says, sometimes players want to play and I'm the same. Here I come, I train every day, and me and Eddie, finishing, he has a lot of quality, a lot of confidence to play as well. I think Arsenal have 2 good strikers. Alongside Emil Smith-Rowe, Nketiah of the Arsenal bench look once again very sharp, and that again is an indication to squad depth. And then you add in Fabio Vieira, who wasn't quite ready just yet to be involved in this game. Of course, you have to give a lot of credit to Granit Xhaka, getting a goal, getting an assist, and looking pretty dangerous as a box-to-box number 8. If you then add in Fabio Vieira, who is a natural number 8, just imagine the rotations of Martinelli, Vieira, Odegaard, Saka, and then you have Gabriel Jesus. There were a lot of questions asked last season of Mikel Arteta's ability to coach and form an attack. But in terms of this season, a lot of those questions are being answered. And while we're on the topic of talking about number 8 type of profiles, we have to talk about Youri Tellisman. Even though he showed some good signs on the ball, he wasn't too amazing in this game. But the highlight of his game is when he came off, when the Arsenal fans started chanting, "Youri Tellisman, we will see you next week." Alongside chants of "he wants to be here" to Leicester fans, it was a pretty decent reception, a round of applause for a player playing for Leicester City. Edu Gaspar was in the stadium and I'm sure he would have taken notes. So is Tellisman going to be an Arsenal player in a week's time? Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Moving on to the 5th thing, and that is a fan base united. Once again, I have to give a massive shout out to the guys at Pick Story for sending your boy to this game, because the vibes were fantastic and I was able to experience atmosphere at the Emirates Stadium, whether that was walking around before the game or chanting during the game. Atmosphere that I have not seen almost ever as my time going to Arsenal games. This video of the clock in the 95th minute shows the fans jumping around chanting. It once again shows the level of support the fans have, and overall a fan base that is clearly united, a fan base that is supporting the players and feels connected. And the prime example of that was William Saliba after he scored his own goal in the second half. Instead of fans maybe getting on his back or almost going quiet, there was cheers of support, cheers of fans saying come on, let's go again, and cheers of fans getting behind the player. And as Mikel Arteta said after the game, what they did today with William Saliba after the own goal is something I have never seen anything like that in my career. That shows the connection. We should be really proud to play in front of them because that was special. Too often as football fans and even Arsenal fans, we're a little bit too harsh on young players. But when you have the quality of William Saliba and fans can see that, not only would they give you patience, but also they'll give you support. And talking about the support, it was also very vocal for the Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta, who has now made it 51 wins as an Arsenal manager, only 2nd on the list of Arsenal managers to get that really quickly, only behind the great Arsene Wenger. And here is how it looks for Arsenal in the Premier League table, 2nd only to Man City with 6 points out of a possible 6. And in terms of what's next, you've got Bournemouth away, Fulham at home, Aston Villa at home, Manchester United away, Everton at home, followed by Brentford away. Those next 3 games of Bournemouth, Fulham and Aston Villa stand out to me straight away, and the games that, if I'm honest, I think Arsenal should be able to maximise their points. When you're looking at the rival fixtures of Spurs versus Chelsea, United versus Liverpool, it is almost the perfect opportunity for Arsenal to open up an early season lead. But for now, that's the video there and there. So if you have enjoyed, smash a like and subscribe if you are new. Oh, and in terms of the winner of the brand new Arsenal pin kit, don't think I've forgotten. The winner of the shirt goes to XA Dream, who was able to confirm that he commented how many points he thought Arsenal was going to get. He smashed the like button and subscribed and even turned on the notifications, and also followed your boy's Instagram. And now XA has his pink beauty on his way. There will be a lot more giveaways on this channel, and the next one is when I hit 20k on the Instagram. The support that you guys show your boy on a consistent basis is so crazy from across the world. I am truly so grateful. So thank you so much for watching this video of the 5 things that we learnt from Arsenal 4, Leicester 2, 3 points in the bag, 4 goals into the back of the net, and sensational scenes at the Emirates Stadium. Where to next? Let's wait and see. But until then, take care of yourselves, keep smiling, and in a bit.